All right, in this lesson, we're looking at transformations of quadratic functions. And so what we're going to do first is just complete the table for this function, f of x is x plus 3 squared, and then graph it. We'll kind of see what happens. Okay, so let's graph this for when x is something like -5, -4, -3, -2, and -1. Okay, and I'll kind of show you why in a second. But all right, so when we do this, I'll start with this first one. We get f of -5 is equal to -5 plus 3 squared. Okay, -5 plus 3 is -2, but when we square it, we get +4. So this is 4. Okay, -4, this will become -4 plus 3 squared. This is -1 squared, which is 1. Okay, now we have -3 plus 3 squared. This is 0 squared, which is 0. -2 plus 3 squared. This is 1. Squared gives us 1. And here, -1 plus 3 squared. This is 2 squared, which gives us 4. Okay, so let's plot these points and see what happened. Okay, -5, +4. -4, 1. -3, 0. Okay, -2, 1. And -1, +4. Okay, so this is what the graph of this function looks like. It goes just like that. Okay, and what you should notice here is that this has been shifted or translated left 3. Right? I mean, so it starts at this point, that's the vertex, and now we just shifted it left 3, and it follows the same pattern. Okay? So here's what you should connect. In the equation, when it says x plus 3, it shifts left 3, right? And you're like, why does that work? Well, and because we just showed you, right? It's taking and moving all of the x coordinates left 3. Okay? Let's go on to the next part. On the second part, all you're supposed to do is just to say how it's been moved. Okay? So when it says x minus 3, this actually moves it right 3. It's kind of opposite of what you would expect. X minus 3, right 3. X plus 2, that's moved it left 2. Okay? When it says, when the translation is outside of this x, like this, then it shifts it down. So this has been moved down 3. Okay, and this moved up 1. Okay, so these guys are kind of opposites. You see that? This is not what you would expect, and this kind of makes a little bit more sense, at least just intuitively. Okay, now let's put it all together. X minus 3, that's opposite. That moved right 3. Man, I can't spell right today. Right 3. And up 2. You got that? X minus 1, this moved right 1 and plus 2, up 2. X minus 6 squared plus 1, this moved right 6 and then up 1. Right? And x minus 5 squared plus 2, this moved right 5 and up 2. All right. So that's kind of the idea here. Let's go to number 3. Now we're just writing equations, okay? And so, and we'll also see how it's transformed. So let's look at Wx. Okay, where does it start? We're just looking at where it starts here. It's just been shifted up 2. Do you see that? So we'll say W of x is up 2. And in our equation, we just say then it's x squared plus 2. Okay, now U of x. U of x is moved left 1. Do you see that? And down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in our equation, if it's left 1, we say x plus 1 squared. And then down 5, we say minus 5. Okay, now v of x. V of x is over here. Notice it's just been moved left 5. Okay, so in our equation, what that looks like is x plus 5 squared. Okay, and finally, t of x is right up here. Okay, this has been moved right 1, 2, 3, 4. And up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in our equation, right 4, we say that's x minus 4 squared. And then up 5, we say plus 5. All right. And now that I look at this, you guys, I actually see that v of x, do you see this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. That moved left 4. So I'm going to change this to a 4. And this to a 4. Okay. Let's go on to the next slide here. Okay, now we're graphing these equations. Okay, so we got to figure out where they start. So x minus 3, that moves it right 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you start here. See that? Okay, and now on the pattern here, you're going to go on either side, but you go over 1, up 1, right? Over 2, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go back to the starting point. Go left 1, up 1. Left 2, up 4. Okay. So just like that. And then connect the dots in this curved pattern. Okay. Now on x plus 4 squared, remember, so this shifts it left 4, and minus 3 goes down 3. So let's find out where that starts. Left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down 3, 1, 2, 3. So we start right here. Okay, now let's follow this pattern. Over 1, up 1. Over 2, up 4. Okay, let's go to this other side. Over 1, up 1. Over 2, up 4. Okay. Now on x squareds, it goes like over 1, up 1, over 2, up 4, over 3, up 9. Okay, and the way you can remember this is it goes 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. Okay, so from this spot, let's go over 3 and up 9. 1, 2, 3, and now we need to go up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to here. Okay, and from this dot over 1, from this dot over 1, 2, 3, and now up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's our graph. We'll kind of connect those dots in this curved type of pattern, just like that. Okay, and we got it. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.